thing that I wish they would expand on was the whole Seth situation. Like, why were they there? Besides being taken over the planet, for what I assume will be resources. But you never got like into the mind of the Alpha Self to find out what their motivations were. And it kind of left the story hanging because as far as I know, at the end of the game, the wormhole is still open. And you have a whole Seth planet to deal with. You know what I'm saying? They're still, I'm assuming they're still coming to Earth, or maybe you stopped it or whatever. But they're still able to come to Earth. So, I don't know if they're going to make a Crysis 4. I've heard that Crytek, they're going to take all of their games and make them free to play from here on out. And when I heard that, it's going to be like, well, okay, well, then they might not be thinking of making Crysis 4. They might just let it go. You know what I'm saying? Because if they're making it free to play, then obviously they can't make it look this good and keep the same standard of quality. So, I don't know. I would love for somebody else to pick them up, but at the same time, I wouldn't want them to pick it up and mess it up. So, I hope maybe they make... I hope they make a part 4, because I love this game. But at the back of my mind, I don't think they are. I think they're just going to leave it alone. This is a nice ending point, you know what I'm saying? You had a lot of character development. You had a conclusion. You kind of sort of ended the threat on Earth. So this is a good stopping point for them to let go. And I don't think anybody else would want to pick up the game and then just try to mess it up, when trying to continue on with the story. So it's just a great franchise, and I want to see it continue, but because I loved everything about this, about the story. I love the nano suit. I love the powers, and everything like that. If I had to rate this game out of 10, I'd give it like an 8.5, pushing a 9. It's not perfect. Every game has its flaws, but this is a damn good game. It's definitely worth $60. Even the multiplayer, they stepped up the multiplayer too. Because when I played that, I was kind of unsure what they was going to do, because I played part 2 when it came out. And I'm not going to say I liked it to a point, but you can tell that maybe it was just their inexperience with making multiplayer shooters. It didn't hold weight. It didn't... Like, the in-depth stuff in a modern-day first-person shooter wasn't there. Like, you had some guns, but... everybody really only used the SCAR. You didn't have the weapon selection wasn't there. The level of attachments weren't really there. It was kind of like a lower end multiplayer experience when it came to shooters. But with this one, they stepped it up. Like, you have more guns, you have the attachments. I love how they did the perks now. It's like you have more perks, and each perk has 3 different levels to it. So you can, as you play with them, you rank up and get more perks to go along with it. You have that. What else do you have? I like how they changed the suit integration, and what I mean is managing your armor versus your stealth. Because I didn't like how it was both part of the same bar in part 1. Like, you kind of had to, I like the fact in this one they have separate energy bars for both of them. Love that idea. That is a huge plus. And I was like, because every time you run them in a situation, if you was running with camo, you started getting shot, and when you turn on your armor, you was already down like half energy. So it's cool that they broke it up. I'm glad they thought of that idea. Whoever gave up that idea, they need to pay that man they need to pay that man some money. But the multiplayer experience, I've been playing it. I think I'm probably like level 24. I've been playing a lot of it. I know I haven't uploaded any of it yet, but I have like probably 8 to 10 multiplayer match videos to throw up eventually. I'm gonna probably save them for commentaries, but I love this game. This game was badass. It was good. It was great. I was satisfied. I don't feel cheated out of my money. I don't feel none of that. It's just, I would say if you're a fan of shooters and you aren't stuck in your, what I'm saying, if you can adapt to other shooters, I'm gonna say that if you can adapt, because there are gamers who are just stuck in Halo, or stuck in Battlefield, or stuck in Call of Duty, where they won't give nothing else a chance, and that's all they play. That's fine for them. But if you are a gamer who is tired of one of those games and want a different experience, then pick up this game. It is worth it. I can only hope that people will be playing it in the future. I don't want it to fall off and drop like Part 2, because I tried playing Part 2 multiplayer like a couple days before this game came out, and I couldn't even find a match because nobody was playing it. I hope this game stays popular enough to where people play it, and maybe with the changes it will, but that's not something I can't predict and be like, oh yeah, it's going to be down the line, because I just can't predict that. It's not one of the heavy hitters like that. Like I said, I mean, I hope it will, but you never know. Only time will tell. But anyway, trying to think of something else I can say in this review about the game. The only downside, one of the other downsides, is I could talk about the music. The music was good in this game. You had a lot of musical scores that fit the set pieces, but I think the music was more impactful in Part 2. Maybe because I know Part 2, Part 2 was done by Henry Gregory Williamson, or at least I think that's the guy's name. But I know he does a lot of movie scores and things like that. Maybe they didn't get him for this game, because the one thing that stood out was to me when I first started the game, the main menu theme of Crysis 3. It was good. I liked it, but I loved Part 2's musical theme in Part 1. Not Part 1, but in Part 2. Loved the music that was in Part 2, especially when it came to like the main menu and the epilogue. Loved both of those. And Part 2 had more. Its level design music was okay. Like besides those two songs, it was okay. Part 3, it was actually pretty good. The level design music was good, but the main menu theme kind of wasn't on par to Part 2, at least for me. I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there who loves it, but I like Part 2's main menu theme better. Even the menu layouts and stuff I like in this was far better. So anyway, thanks for watching the Let's Play, guys, and listening to my review. And rate, comment, all that good stuff if that's what you want to do. I still got Metal Gear Rising to finish out. Still got to do that. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing Tomb Raider, but I'm leaning towards it. I hear that, that's kind of like a revamp too, so I'm thinking about checking it out, but I'm not sure. I haven't really played none of the past couple ones, but anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Tired of playing, I'm going to take me a break, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.